Furch is leaning into comfort with the addition of bevels on a number of their guitars. Today we are looking at the Blue Deluxe, so stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom designed t-shirts. So Cooper, we're a big fan of Furch or Furch.
Yeah, I typed it into Google Translate the other day to get like what, I'm like, what should this sound like? And it was like, Furch.
Furch.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't do a very good Eastern European accent.
Typically, I wait to hear what somebody else calls it, and then I'll just match them on that one. They're like, do you have the Furch? I'm like, we do have Furch.
Yeah. Have you ever typed in Tom Waits, how to say Tom Waits into Google Translate? It's really great. You should do it sometime. So these are fantastic guitars. If you are unfamiliar with the line, we've been carrying them for a good bit. We're big fans. They hail from Eastern Europe, specifically from the Czech Republic. Started out under Soviet bloc rule in secret, which I just love that story. And they've been making really great guitars, adapting to modern, but they have a vintage line, which I love. They have kind of their modern rainbow named line. So this is a blue series. You've got indigo, violet, blue, orange, yellow, green, red, and then the rainbows, the custom stuff. And I'm just always delighted. The fit and finish, the construction, the attention to detail, it's fantastic. It's on par with the best brands that we carry, regardless of where they're built, and I think they're good value. And the Blue series is probably one of our best selling. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Every time we have them, they're just gone. So it's lucky that we have one right now.
Well, and there's a reason for it. So the Blue series is the part of the line where you get into all solid wood construction, and most of the models are around or under $2,000. So there's a huge value. I always compare it to, or often compare it to like Taylor's 300 series, because that's kind of a very similar aesthetic, very similar features to it, and similar price points. This particular model is it's their auditorium body shape. It features a solid cedar top and African mahogany back and sides. It's got some of their modern aesthetics, which I like, which are the little dot inlays, and then these long linear fretboard inlays. But what's really cool about this that sets it apart from the rest of the Blue series are the two bevels, or what they originally called Duo-Bevel when it was introduced. And it was first done on the Red series. So we've done a video on that first introduction. Those are always well received. The Red series are kind of their top of the line before you get into custom stuff. And we sell a bunch of them. Having this feature at this price point is pretty stellar. And so what you get on the guitar is you get a bevel here where it's blending the binding into this bevel on the side for your forearm. But you're also getting this bevel on the back, which is basically kind of a belly carve or rib carve, so to speak, that you typically see on very expensive luthier-made guitars costing potentially tens of thousands of dollars.
Like made-to-order guitars.
Right. I specifically think of like Greenfield guitars, which Andy McKee plays. This McKee doesn't play those because I can't afford them, but those often have kind of a two bevel design to them. And Greenfields, which are made in Canada, are phenomenal guitars, and their price is phenomenal as well, and rightly so. By the way, cool little story about Greenfield. Not that we're promoting Greenfield by any means, but he did a cool video of like making guitar that's on Amazon Prime. So if you're into watching that stuff, you should look it up. But an absolutely beautiful guitar. Check it out. It's very light. It's very resonant. Before we started, you can tap it, the guitar comes alive, and it feels fantastic. The solid neck is great, and I like how Furch has introduced, similar to Taylor in some fashions, a lot of technology in the neck. So there's basically like a truss system in there that makes sure that the neck to body joint stays true and doesn't mess around. It is bolted on like Collings guitars, Breedlove guitars, Taylor guitars, and so forth. What used to be sacrilege is now like common.
The way to go.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of stability in there because of that, and just a really straight neck that plays really, really well.
The crazy part is, like, ever since we got these, you know, we tried them out. It was like, we like these guitars. We like the sound of them.
We have to thank our friend Michael Farley for cornering us at a guitar show.
Yeah.
And saying, have you tried these?
Yeah. And I think I've talked about it before. I've had friends of mine that they're like, we play these, we got customs. They're the best.
Yeah.
And so we tried them out, and it's like anytime we have them, which is tough because we can't really keep in stock what we do get. But when we do have them and somebody comes in looking for a Taylor or Martin, it's like a perfect third option of like a completely different flavor. And it has notes of like Taylor type stuff, and
particularly the
Martin
modern
sound.
series, because they have the vintage series, which is very similar to Martin.
Yeah.
But, and I'll be honest, I think there's some things, one thing particularly that I like that they do better than Martin, which is the finish.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's not a full gloss.
Yeah.
It's a semi-gloss. I really like it.
It's really nice. Yeah.
And then these modern colored series guitars are really very similar to Taylor's in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I mean, something like this, yeah, we do have beveled armrests on Taylor's and the radius armrests, and they're great, but you rarely see them on, you can get an Academy.
Sure. No binding.
Yeah. But you see them, on an 814 or something.
Well, I think the least expensive Taylor that has one would be the Builder's Edition 324 CE, which just, dollars to donuts, and pricing can vary. So you check our website, alamomusic.com, but it's about $1,000 more than this guitar.
Yeah.
Roughly.
And I'm still constantly learning with this brand, what's a plus, what's Master's Choice, what's Deluxe, all this. There's a lot of different nomenclature that it's worth it to check it out and look through their website and everything, because everything is very cool. But this is Blue Master's Choice Deluxe, correct? Okay. And it's very cool. I mean, Red Master's Choice Deluxe, when we get them, they're gone.
Yeah.
And now this is the first time I've seen one of these, and already everybody's coming and be like, wow, what is that? That's very cool. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put it through its paces, so listen very closely to the demo, and then I'll describe it on the other end for you so you'll know what you heard. Check it out. So there you have it. Wonderful guitar. Now, the bevels don't really come out in playing. That's really a comfort thing. And it's a very comfortable guitar to hold. And the idea behind bevels on electric guitars is the same as it is on acoustic guitars. The more comfortable you are, the more the instrument kind of disappears, which is really what you want. Yeah. You want to become one with the instrument. You don't want it to be you playing a guitar. It's almost like you playing with the guitar. And so comfort is really there. It helps you to play hands down. Finding the right neck, finding good action, being comfortable with the body and the size and all of that really does play into how well you can play a guitar. Yeah. What you will hear, though, is the combination, which is one of my favorites, of cedar and, in this case, African mahogany or cedar mahogany. I think it's a wonderful, airy tone. There's a lot of resonance with cedar. It responds to a very light touch. And so paired with this, back and side wood, which has got some mid-range and brightness to it, it's a really nice combination. So yeah, one of my favorite tone wood pairings in an incredibly comfortable guitar. That's a huge value.
Yeah. They got nice necks. I've never played a Furch with a bad neck. And going back to the bevels, I mean, you see them on some tellies and they're huge and, it's really noticeable. It's not like you can really do that on an acoustic without going deep into the body. They've done it to where it's like very, very subtle, but it makes a difference. I'm not holding it like that because I got buttons over it. I don't want to scratch it up.
Because to do that, you have to build basically like a shelf of wood inside, and then you're removing that material and blending in with the top and the back, or the top and sides or the back and the sides. And if you do that too much, then you're adding weight and reducing resonance and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you got to hit the balance.
It's a really nice kind of sweet spot. And you feel it, but then by feeling it, you're not feeling it, but it's nice and, like I said, subtle, doesn't eat into the body, makes a difference. It's nice.
And this feature is now available on a lot of their guitars in the range. They're denoted by the deluxe models. So if you're looking at a blue, a yellow, a red, I think they're doing it on green and orange, but I only remember seeing the press release on the blue and the yellow so far. So you want to make sure that you're subscribed as we get more of these in. We will show you and play them for you and tell you about all the cool stuff that Furch is doing. And if you'd like information on this guitar or any of the others, you want to go to our website. What is the web address, Cooper?
alamomusic.com.
It's so easy to remember.
Yeah. It's on the card.
alamomusic.com.
We're doing Clef Brothers next week.
It's an old commercial.
I'm going to link that one below.
What is that, 60s, 70s?
Something like that. I think it was 70s.
That's how long we've been around, even longer. So, but definitely alamomusic.com. You can check out all the offerings. You can also chat with someone, get questions asked, get photos of the models that we have in stock, and find the right guitar to suit your needs. And as I mentioned in the Rainbow Series, if you want to have something custom built, we can help you do that as well. In fact, Furch has a really cool configurator on their website. Yeah. You go through, you can pick from all of the options. It's going to give you a code. You call us with that code. We order your guitar.
Yeah, or call us and we can do it with you because that's the fun part.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of that.
Well, and experience says here's what works and here's what doesn't, or here's what you might like based upon what you're looking for. So all of those things. We are your Furch headquarters, so give us a call. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, comment, let us know what you think of the Furch line, and make sure that you join us next time. Thanks so much for watching.
We're the Clef Brothers, on a sheet of music we go right here. Mine are the high notes, mine are the low. My name is Treble Clef, I'm bass as you know. We're the guys who found how music ought to sound, and we say Alamo music has the best sound in town. We're the Clef Brothers, the music lovers, we got instruments and low prices too. The Clef Brothers and Alamo music from us to you.